Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Now, can anyone tell me what are the things that we require when we are thirsty? Yes, Vedant?
Mug water.
Water. Anything else do you need when you are thirsty? Yes.
The milk.
Milk. Yes, you?
The water and any type of juice.
Any type of juice can quench your thirst, but when you are thirsty, you just require water. Vaishnavi, can you tell me what are the different uses of water in your daily life?
Now for bathing, for washing clothes, for drinking, and for washing hands or car.
Okay. Anything else, Kanishka? No? Kavya?
Now for watering plants and irrigating the fields.
Very good. For watering the plants and irrigating the fields. So these are the some types of work in which you require water in your daily life. Okay? Everybody is bringing the water bottle.
Yes.
Can you show me your bottle? Just do like this. Everyone is having the bottle. Very good. So can you tell me, does this bottle, this is also a bottle, does this bottle, this cup, if I pour some water in this, okay, I am filling it to the full. Filling to the full. Now, all these vessels, do all these vessels have same amount of water in them?
No, ma'am.
How can you say? How can you say they are not having same amount of water? Yes, Kanishka?
Ma'am, because their shape and size are different.
Shape and size are different. Anyone else? Yes, Kavya?
Ma'am, because each vessel's capacity and volume is different.
Each vessel's capacity and volume is different. Who is going to tell me what is capacity? Okay, then tell me, I have filled this bowl to the full, right? Now, if I try to fill more water in this, then what will happen?
Ma'am, the water will fall down. The water will fall down.
Water will fall down. Sit down. Water will fall down. That means this shows that every vessel has a fixed limit, right? So the amount of liquid a container can hold, it called its capacity. That means it cannot hold more than its limit. इसकी limit अगर इतनी है, then only it can fill the water till here only. After that, the water will start falling down. Okay. We have an instrument that is used to measure the volume of the water. What is that? Yes, Vivek?
Measuring cylinder.
Now this is your measuring cylinder. Here you can see that it is visible from here that the limit is given 100 ml, 200 ml, 500 ml. So you can measure the water. Suppose I have taken this bowl water. Okay, I am pouring it here. Now, it is
250 ml.
how much water?
250 ml.
250 ml. Okay. Let me take the water of this cup. Now, how much water? 10 ml. Only 10 ml water is there. Okay? Only 10 ml water is there. So, this instrument, this measuring cylinder can be used to measure the water. Now, who is going to tell me what is the standard unit? Standard unit to measure volume. Just raise your hands. Yes.
Ma'am, liters and milliliters.
Liters and milliliters. Very good. Liters and milliliters. These are the standard units which we are using. You must have seen, better give me your bottle. Here you can see the mark is given that how much water it is containing. Okay, then she will be able to know that how much water she has consumed during the classes. One bottle or two bottle, then she will get the quantity also, that how much water she has used for drinking. Okay, now we are having water in this. Now have a look at this video. How much water?
I'm feeling thirsty. I need a glass of water. Oh, but before that, I must wash my hands.
We use water for so many different things every day. We drink water to quench our thirst. We need water to wash our hands and also to bathe. We even use water to wash fruits and vegetables and for cooking. Plants and animals need water too.
Okay, so we have got the various uses of water in our daily life. That why do we need water? Then coming to the
Do
next.
you know how much water we need to do different things?
Click the picture showing how much water you need to do something. Then click the correct slot. When you are done, click submit.
Yashi, come here. Be quick. Now, for painting a picture, question is how much water do we need? Painting a picture with watercolor, how much water will you require? Just click that. This one. Okay. Then you the painter get up. How much water for drinking? Go and take. Okay. Yes, Yashashri, for washing hands. This one. Okay. Vashisht. Come. Washing fruits and vegetables. Okay. Yes, you Arav, come. For watering plants. And then last left is that is for bathing. Okay. Now let us take the answer.
Here are the correct quantities of water needed for
So-
these activities.
We can say that different work or different activities require different amount of water, right? Now our next, we are having, I have taken this water, right? Now what I will do, I will just take some water in other glasses too, okay? Now I'm mixing something. This is what? Pencil shaving. Okay. Okay. You just stir it continuously. Kanishka, you stir it. Used to this and used to this. Okay? Now the paper get up. What is happening when you are stirring it?
It does not dissolve.
It is not mixing. Can you see the pencil shavings are just floating?
Yes, ma'am.
That means it is not mixing in the water. Okay. Yes, Kanishka, what happens with yours? Give me. Now she has mixed sugar in this water and she is continuously stirring. Now here you can see that no sugar particles are visible. Right? That means it is completely dissolved. But this pencil sharpened hasn't dissolved. Right? Now next give me. I have given Vedant flour that you need to make chapati. Okay? And he has But when you keep it for some time, then see what will happen to this. And in this, we have just put the chalk powder. Okay? Is it mixing? No? Okay. We will keep it here for some time. Right? First, we will take these two solutions, and here we came to know that there are some objects. Now, this is a plastic cap I am having, and I am just pouring this into this again. Is it? What is happening to this? It is floating. Okay. Now, here you can see the pencil sharpener hasn't dissolved. Right? It has not mixed with water. But if we take the sugar or salt, then it will completely mix. So, we are having two types of substances. What are those? First is your soluble substances. And second we are having insoluble substances. Right?
Yes.
And these are soluble substances. Right, children?
Yes.
Two types of substances we are having. First is soluble and second is insoluble. Soluble means which completely dissolves in water. Right? And which do not dissolve, it is insoluble. We have other name of these also. We call them miscible and immiscible substances, right? The substances that mix completely are called soluble or miscible substances, and the substances which do not mix, they are called as insoluble or immiscible liquids. Now, Vedant, give me two examples of immiscible.
Ma'am, flour, and we can do flour.
Example for immiscible.
Flour,
Okay.
and ma'am, we can do oil also because it does not do oil.
Okay. Then, Vaishnavi, you tell me soluble substances. Example.
Ma'am, salt
Okay.
and sugar.
Okay. Salt and sugar. Okay, got it. Now, I am going to add one more thing. Now, I have got this oil. Right? Now, I am going to mix this oil in the water. Now, children, please have a look and tell me what do you observe here? Here you are able to see two layers. The bottom layer is showing water and the top layer is showing oil. But it is not mixing with it. Right? Can anyone give me the reason for that? Yes, Yashasvi?
Ma'am, because the oil is lighter in weight and the water is...
Oil is lighter than the water, so it floats on the surface of water. Okay, let's have a video relating to that. We are having various objects that float and that sink. Okay, now what are the reasons behind that? Just have a look.
Why do some objects float and some sink in water? While making puris, your parent rolls out the dough to make flat puris. When they drop the puri in hot oil, first the puris sink to the bottom. But later, as it puffs up, it comes to the surface of the oil. But objects behave differently with water. Let us experiment to understand why certain objects float or sink in water. Here are some common everyday items and a tub of water. Now let's put these items one by one in water. What do you observe?
Now, just wait.
The iron nail sinks in water. But the matchstick, steel bowl, and empty plastic bottle float on the
Now, these objects being lighter are floating on the surface of water. But iron nail, that is heavy, it is made up of metal, so it is sinking down, right?
Now think about this. Do plastic bottles always float in water? Let's fill the empty plastic bottle with water and then put it in the tub of water again.
Now,
As you
the same.
see, the water-filled plastic bottle
Because it
sinks.
has gained the weight now.
So objects lighter than water float and objects heavier than water sink. You might think, how come a small iron nail sinks into the water but this huge
Now, here you can see the small nail is sinking, but a huge ship is not sinking. Why? Because the nail has displaced less amount of water than its weight. But when we talk about this huge ship, it is displacing huge amount of water, and that too the pressure is applied under all the surface.
floats on water? To understand this concept, let's conduct another experiment. Take this sheet of aluminium foil and put it in the bowl of water. You can see that it floats. The foil sheet's weight gets distributed across a wide area.
Right? Here you can see that the weight is distributed across a wide area. In the same way, in the ship also, this applies, that the weight is distributed on the under the whole wide area, so it does not sink, right? But if we make the ball of the aluminium foil, it will immediately sink.
At each point in contact with water, the weight of the foil is less than the water. Now crumple it up and put the ball in the water. When we crumple it up, its weight gets concentrated in a small area, becoming heavier than water in that area. So the ball sinks. Now floating or sinking also depends on the type of water. Let's
Now,
try
when we
and
are talking type of water, that means when we are taking fresh water in one, and when we add salt in the other water, as you add salt in the water, it becomes dense, right? And things start floating in that, right? You can try the experiment at home also. Take a lemon, take 2 lemons and 2 glasses of water. In one, put fresh water and put a lemon, right? And in another glass, take water, mix salt and then put the lemon. Immediately you will come to know that in fresh water, the lemon will sink, but in salty water it will start floating.
this bowl filled with water. At this moment, the water contains only water particles. The egg is heavier than the water and so it sinks. Now add some salt to the water. Now the bowl contains both salt and water particles. As the salt dissolves, the water becomes thicker and heavier than the egg. And so eventually, the egg starts to float in this denser water. The same thing happens in the Dead Sea, which contains a lot of salt, almost 300 grams of salt.
Right? This is the reason why, because in sea the water is salty, and in Dead Sea nobody sinks, because it is too salty and because of the presence of excessive salt. 300 grams salt in 1 liter of water. So it makes the water dense, and if anyone is not going swimming also, they can go and swim in that water because they are not going to sink in that. Okay?
In 1 liter of water. It is called the Dead Sea because no living organism can survive in such salty conditions. A large amount of salt makes the water in the Dead Sea denser. So even if you don't know swimming, you can never drown in the Dead Sea. You will just keep floating. Thus, lighter objects float and denser objects sink in the water. However, salt makes the water denser and allows heavier objects to float. Let's summarize what we have learned so far. Objects lighter than water float and objects heavier than water sink. Adding salt makes the water thicker and heavier. Objects never drown in the Dead Sea as it contains a lot of salt. 300 gram.
How water becomes thicker and heavier? By adding salt. Okay. Now come to next one. Let's have a worksheet. Now you tell me. Pick the objects that will float on water. Which will float? Yes. Out of these two. Ice cream stick. Okay. It will sink. Okay. According to you, this will float. Okay. In this,
Ma'am, the leaf will float and the
okay, leaf will float.
and some the water sink.
Okay. Then come to the next one, next picture. This is a cork and this is a screw.
Ma'am, the cork will float and the will.
Okay, sorry. This will also float, cork. And your feather will also float. So these are the things that will float. And this key being heavy, made of metal, it will sink. This nail will sink down. This cement box will sink down. Okay? Now, an egg that is put in a bowl of fresh water sinks to the bottom of the bowl. We have just seen. However, when the same egg is put in the bowl of salty water, the egg floats. Explain why. Who is going to explain? You have just seen. Yes, Kanishka?
From the egg put in a bowl of fresh water will sink on the bottom of the bowl. But when we add salt to the water, egg will float because the salt makes water heavier and thicker than the egg.
Very good. And then this will allow the egg to float in the water. Very good. Next come. This is the answer. When the egg is put in fresh water, the water contains only water particles. This is less dense and lighter in case the egg is heavier, the water, and so it sinks to the bottom of the bowl. You can perform this experiment using a lemon also at your home. One more we are having. Okay. Yes, you get up there, come out from that side. Okay. Now sort the objects that float and sink.
Some island.
You just start writing. Okay? I am making a column of float and here I am making the column of sink. Now write down. Wait, I am changing the color. Okay, right. Whatever plate. Like that. Okay, sit down. Go from that side. Now tell me, Vaishnavi, would we float or sink? Wood will sink. Yes, Vidit.
Yes.
Wood will sink. Aditi,
What will float?
Anika Pandey, beta sit down. Yashashvi,
What will float?
yes. Wood will float. यहाँ जो इन्होंने ये लिखा है ये wrong है. Wood will float on the surface of the water, right? And plate will sink. Okay? Sit down. Yes, Dipin, tell me why does a lemon float in salt water?
The water, when we put the water in the, it makes water denser. The lemon,
What makes water denser?
salt.
Salt, okay.
The lemon will float.
Okay. When we add salt in the water, then it will become thicker and heavier and your lemon will start floating. Okay. A person does not drown in Dead Sea. Why? Yes, Sarah.
A person will not go to Jet Sea because the content of salt in Jet Sea is more than the weight of a person. So the water is being heavier and denser.
Okay. Because it is having a huge amount of salt in that, it is making it denser and heavier. Okay. Yes. Vashish, you tell me which of the following will float on water? C. Is C correct answer?
Yes.
Yes. Rudra? Yes? Okay. Let me take this. Okay, correct. Sit down. You get up for second question. Which of the following is not true about ice?
Not true.
Not true.
Ice floated
Ice?
the
Not true. Yes, not true. Because when we put ice in the water, then it starts floating. Right? Next, and dash salt water. Yes, Aditi? Floats on salt water. Next, within which of the following floats on water when shaped into a boat and sinks in water crumpled tightly into a ball? Plastic sheet. Kavya?
Aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil. Yes. Ayush, which of the following will make lemon float on water? Which? See, adding salt to the water. Okay, correct answer. Then next, the table tennis ball dash water. Depending. Floats or dissolve? Okay. Next, Yashashvi, you get up. Which of the following we use to keep the eggs floating in water to help boil them properly? Yes. We add something when we boil the egg, salt, very good. So that it does not break. Whenever we boil the egg, we put a pinch of salt in that so that it does not break because of the heat. Okay? It is complete. Now, your homework will be take out your diaries and write down your homework. Your homework will be revise topic sink and float number 126. Okay, write down. And do exercise C, D, page number 128. This will be your homework. Okay? Have you done your homework, children? Yes, ma'am. Thank you, class.